Hi, welcome to the sewing studio. In this video, we're going to learn how to take a top like this and transform it into something new. So the first thing you want to do is go into the woods and try to find a pet raven, because every witch needs a familiar. So you're going to want to find a top like this and the most perfect shade of pumpkin, and if it's velvet, that's even better. Next, try on the top and decide what you want to change. In this case, just about everything. And when trying on the top, try to figure out what it was supposed to be. A sweater? A shawl? A bathrobe? Well, what do you think? And try very hard to suppress the thought of dressing up like an orange wizard for Halloween. So after trying on the top and envisioning all its potential, decide how you want to redo it. I thought I would start with the sleeves first. I don't really like how wide and boxy the sleeves are, so you can try to take some elastic and make the armpits fit a little better. So open up your secret stash of ribbons and elastics and pray to the sewing gods that you have some elastic left. Next, you want to grab a matching color thread. In my case, it's more of an off mustard color because I do not have a pumpkin color thread. And if you yourself do, congratulations, your sewing game is stronger than mine. Next, you want to grab your magical measuring tape and you want to measure around the upper part of your arm and then the lower part of your arm. For my upper arm, it was only 11 inches, and for the bottom, it was 9. And don't worry, this does not have to be precise because elastic is very forgiving. Measure the elastic according to the specifications of your arms and use your scissors to cut them to the appropriate length. And be sure to keep your broom close by, just in case you need to hop on and make a quick trip to Joann Fabrics. So to make the armhole smaller, we're just going to add some elastic along that armpit seam. To do this, you just want to place your elastic on top of that seam and attach it with a zigzag stitch. And be sure to pull the elastic slightly as you sew, and this will create a nice ruching effect. Then try on the top again and see if the armholes are a better fit. And then pause to second guess yourself and wonder, do these look any different? Next, you want to alter the ends of the sleeves to create a lantern sleeve effect. To do this, you want to grab your seam ripper and just seam rip open a little hole in the sleeve hem. And now you have a pre-made casing and you can easily insert the elastic into the opening. Attach a safety pin to one end of the elastic and insert it through the hole, and then clip the other end towards the opening so that it does not become another casualty of the casing abyss. After the elastic has survived its perilous journey and made it to the other side, place the ends of the elastic together and sew them together with a few very small straight stitches, moving back and forth. And then cut off the excess, pull the elastic tight, and distribute the fabric evenly around the elastic so that it resembles a scrunchie. Then simply close up that gap with some stitches in line with the previous hem. And voila, you have some beautiful lantern sleeves. Now let's move on to the neckline. You're going to want to sew this neckline the old-fashioned way with a hand needle and some thread. You're going to want to close up the front by overlapping one hem over the other, creating a beautiful V-neck and an almost faux placket effect. Poke your hem from one side to the other, repeating on the other side, and then pull tight so that one hem is directly on top of the other. You want to sew this by hand, because trying to do it with your sewing machine would be very difficult. Now, put your top onto the dress form to see what it looks like. If you are one who wishes to have a pumpkin orange bodycon dress, you could stop here, and your dreams would be fulfilled. However, if you would like something more wearable for every day, it is time to crop it into a top. Grab your rotary cutter, your ruler, and your cutting mat, and then just cut in the straightest line possible the mark that you made. And then move on to the last and final step, hemming the bottom. First, think long and hard about what technique you would like to use to hem your top. First, decide on a rolled hem. Also, keep in mind which type of needle you're going to need for the type of fabric. To do a rolled hem, first fold your fabric over about 1/4 inch and then sew a straight line about 1 inch in length. And then take the edge of the fabric and try very hard, yet unsuccessfully, to fit the edge inside that little gap in the rolled hem foot. Grab your awl and see if you can use it to get that little edge inside that foot. And then decide that the rolled hem foot is not your friend. Give up and attempt another technique. Realizing that this fabric does not fray, try an easier method by just folding it over a 1/4 inch and sewing it down with a straight stitch, because sometimes simple is better. And now that you've worked your sewing magic, try the top on and admire your results.